you're weird. I'm weird? Oh, hey! Welcome back to Victor Writes, Victor Reads, the most polarizing YouTube channel on the internet. Just don't actually try to confirm that. So today we've got a funny one, but we don't have an Ella. I'm going to talk about 8 things I've Googled on behalf of my 9-year-old. Mostly about sex, death, and why I suck, to be honest. These are all true, and they're actually the more tame ones. I limited it to 8 because there was a word count for the article. It had to stay under 500 words. Let's jump right into it. We all know what Google looks like. Parenting in the digital age can be an awkward experience. Your child knows you have all the answers to their questions in the palm of your hand. My daughter, Ella, doesn't hesitate to ask me to Google this fact or Shazam that song. Here for your enjoyment are 8 real questions we've Googled in the not too distant past. So number 1, how do foxes make babies? The classic reproduction query, but make it about wildlife. Thanks to Google, I now know that foxes are monogamous for the season, which means they have a better commitment track record than most humans. And also that came up because we hear the foxes screaming in the night when they're doing the do. How are kettle chips made? A question born from curiosity, or hunger perhaps. After an unnecessarily detailed search, I learned that kettle chips are made in small batches, like artisanal bread or overpriced candles. And Ella got to ask me what artisanal means. I recall that clearly. Why is my dad so cringe? Right, straight to the existential jugular. This one led to a deep dive into Reddit threads where other children provided similar laments. Turns out cringe is just another word for your dad is trying, but he's failing in a very public way. Why are my dad's teeth yellow? This was her favorite question to ask me when she was 3 years old. Thanks, kid. Google quickly confirmed that yellowing teeth are common with age, poor brushing habits, and a love of coffee. When I explained this to her, she just nodded and said, yeah, that tracks. Great. Not only do I have yellow teeth, but I'm also predictable. And I don't know how yellow my teeth are today, but my older daughter, Emily, has a hookup in LA if you're looking to get your teeth whitened. I strongly recommend. What animal can hold its breath underwater the longest? Google led us to the sperm whale, which can hold its breath for up to 90 minutes, basically the runtime of a Disney movie. I told her that's impressive, and she asked if I could do that too. I told her parents have superpowers, but holding our breath isn't one of them. Number 6, and many variations of this one, how do you build an underground base in Minecraft? This one led me into the dark world of blocky, pixelated construction. Apparently there are blueprints for hidden, multi-level bases with secret trapdoors, storage rooms, and farms. I'm now convinced my child is preparing for an apocalypse. But I just nodded and said, make sure to include enough torches. You don't want to have a dark underground base. What sound do people make when they are dying? This one's interesting too because she started asking a lot about death when she was 3 or 4 years old. It was very curious to her, and I figured why not engage her around that? We need morticians. We need people who practice the art of caring for the dead. So maybe that's what her calling is. I paused for a moment after this one, wondering whether I should be concerned. Google's medical answers ranged from death rattles to awkward gurgles. I opted to explain that it's not something we need to worry about right now. She blinked, shrugged, and moved on. All right, piggybacking right on that one, do people die with their eyes open? This question popped up shortly after the last one. Google's consensus, some people do, some don't. It depends on the situation. I turned the answer into a gentle talk about life and death, but she was more interested in the weird fact that movie actors always get this wrong. All right, don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment. When you were a kid, did you think people died with their eyes open or their eyes closed? And don't forget, you can head on over to Medium and follow at Victor Yocco and see some of my articles in real time. Find anything else on there that you'd like me to read, send it my way, and I would be happy to read it. All right, that's it. Goodbye for now. I'll be back. I'll be back quicker than a Google search. Probably not that fast. Goodbye.